I'm Roxy Star.
Hi, I'm Aloe Vera.
Drag Arena. How the fuck are we doing? Of course it was better while I was gone. Nobody likes me.
How did you get your drag name? Were you just had sunburnt one day when you got yours?
Like she said, I just looked at a plant and I'm like, aloe vera, that's cute.
Oh, okay, I can grow.
Aloe vera growing to new heights. My drag name is inspired off of a DC comic character named Poison Ivy. I got it from that because I wanted a name that was plant related because she was like my drag muse. I thought she was the most beautiful, sexy, most extravagant, over the top, confident woman. I idolized her. So that's what I wanted to do. I went with a plant name.
My drag name actually is one of the play on words ones, but it's not as like obvious. Roxy Hart from Chicago was always a one of my favorite characters, and it's one of my favorite musicals. And Star, because I am from a drag family, kind of has to go hand in hand. Altogether, I am a rock star. You don't start out as a queen. It's something to be earned and a place and in the community. Like, yes, essentially as an overall title, you are a drag queen when you start doing drag, but it's drag until you're a queen. And I think that's something that comes with your first paid booking, your first acknowledgement, your first poster, just all certain things. It's almost like a checklist that once you have all those things, you're a queen.
I feel like the hardest part is finding the next and biggest way to impress your audience. I think that, I mean, I have fun doing it. Sometimes it just comes to you, and you're just like, this is a brilliant idea, and they'll
Which we never write down and never remember.
No, right? But sometimes they'll eat it up. But sometimes you can hit those points, say things like writer's block or anything like that. You reach those points where you're just like, what can I do to top what I just did? What could be the next biggest thing? And sometimes they can fall a little stagnant, and you're just like, how do I make my crowd just go crazy?
That's what you got to keep in mind, is you got to think of your audience. If your audience is the same audience that's going to every show locally here in Philly, you can't be doing the same stuff all the time. Be creative, think about things, and that's actually one of my envies of a lot of queens here in Philly, is that they're so talented and they think of things like that, and it's just like, why didn't I think of that? It drives oneself to push oneself farther and become creative with it. This is so fabulous to do. It's difficult work, but it's worth it in the long run. I don't want to say that there's anything hard about being a queen, but not in the like sense that anyone can go out and do it. But if it's your passion and it's what you enjoy doing, like I literally look forward to every freaking
You are
week.
getting handsy right now.
Because like seriously,
you are grabbing
like,
life
this is my
by the
moment
balls.
to tell people out there, it's not easy being a queen, but it is sure is fun if you have a drive and a passion to do it, and you're.
If this is what you love, it's literally
whether you're good at it or not, shit, be a ratchet queen, but live up to it and own it.
Call the shots. I'm like the firecracker. I make it hot when I put on a show. Feel the adrenaline blowing through my veins. Spotlight on me and I'm ready to break. I'm like a performer, the dance floor is my stage.
How do we pick our themes? Our process has changed so much from us just having some generalized ideas, like we'll do 80s weeks. Originally we thought we were just going to come up with everything on our own, and because of who we get as our guest hosts every week from whoever won from the prior week, we kind of go along with their strengths. So we've had dance off week, we had Hell Week and Heaven Week, which was really fun.
Thank you, Hope. What's great about it too is that like it literally depends on the co-host. I mean, if we have a co-host who, you know, let's all work on this together, we go with it. If it's a co-host who wants to like take initiative and do everything, we let it happen, and it's not like any kind of effort on anyone's part necessarily, other than the fact that like it's just, we want everyone to be pleased, and if they have an idea that's new and fresh and different, we're gonna go with it, because more heads putting together for ideas is better than just our ideas, because eventually, you know, you hit that stale part where you're just like, okay, what should we do?
It's just super fun to feed off of the other entertainment in the city, because every girl in the city has a completely different style, a completely different mindset on brand new ideas. So just opening up to more opinions, we have been able to just accomplish so many really cool, fun, twisted, weird,
it's amazing
sexy,
being able to pick
awesome
the brains
themes.
of other queens here in town and realize that, like, you know, this is something that we should all do together. Essentially, it may be mine and Aloe's show that we host, but I mean that's why we incorporate a co-host. I mean it's just because we want everyone involved.
You said fresh, unlike you.
You're the one who smells. There's no end goal to Drag Arena because we want it to live on, but we've already, before even starting the show, we planned with management to make it ever evolving and ever changing. And Drag Arena will be changing here soon within the next few months. It'll still be a drag show that everyone wants to come to, and it's keeping it fresh. That's what I see as an end goal.
Our end goal of Drag Arena really is not an end goal as much as an evolution goal.
Yes.
We just want more
future goals.
We want to take it, and then we want to take it to different levels, not even like higher or lower levels, just different ideas, different spectrums. My personal goal is, oh my god, this is gonna sound so cheesy.
Don't fake cry on camera, please.
My personal goal. No, honestly, my personal goal with this is to grow with this, get as talented and as polished and as put together as I can, and then one day look back and say, I worked my ass off and I did all of this. I want all the memories. I want all the. I want the crowns. I want the crowns. Honestly, my end goal with it is to not necessarily get any more specific or to do anything specific, but to evolve and keep pushing myself farther and farther so I can look back and say I'm proud of everything I've done and I worked my butt off to get there and I worked my butt off to accomplish this, and this. You don't
even have a butt, but moving on.
I don't.
My personal goal in drag is simple because it's been the same from the beginning. Please the audience and make sure everyone's entertained and happy and make sure you're happy doing it, because if you can't love yourself, how the hell can you love anybody else? And I think that's true in everyday life, especially drag, which is why it's a so-called mantra for us all.
Suck your dick.
Yeah, that's not wrong.
Tucking your junk tucking, yes, junk tucking.
Junk, is that the more appropriate word? Is that what we use? Junk.
What's appropriate?
What's appropriate?
Sticking your into your is literally probably the hardest part, but